There, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an unexplained phenomena video on the miracle of Fatima. I hesitated doing this because there are two different schools of thought, and I put a lot of faith in both of them. So I didn't know exactly how to approach this, and kudos to my lovely wife who said instead of doing a UFO video or a faith-based video, do an unexplained phenomena. That way you don't offend anyone. And that to me, that kind of made some sense. So I'm going with the unexplained phenomena. So here we go. There has been a long-running debate over the exact nature of this event. Religious scholars classify this as an earthly visit by the Blessed Virgin Mary. Other researchers, like UFO legend Dr. Jacques Vallée, see this as a UFO encounter. And I did a UFO legend video on Jacques Vallée, so go check that out. This guy, he's not stupid. He knows what he's talking about. But it's just, in my opinion, different schools of thought. That's all it is. Now, I'm a believer in UFOs and alien life, so that part of me says it might be an alien encounters. I'm also a Christian, so in my heart of hearts, I believe it was a religious event. Regardless of how you perceive it, dear viewer, I will never disparage your opinion one way or another. After all, I wasn't there. Maybe coincidentally, it was both. Who's to say? The event lasted 6 months in 1917, ending on October 13th of that year. That was the last visitation by the apparition. Over 70,000 people initially witnessed a revolving flat disc. It had been a rainy morning, and just as the clouds parted, the disc was seen zigzagging down towards the earth. It then reversed its course and disappeared into the morning sun. Onlookers were shocked to realize that their rain-soaked clothing was completely dry. Journalists who had gathered in, with the crowds there in the small Portuguese town documented the event very, very thoroughly. The Catholic Church also investigated and ruled it a religious event. Since the event occurred in the little hamlet of Fatima, it became known as the miracle of Fatima. This event preceded a series of apparitions which were seen by numerous residents. All of these sightings occurred on the 13th day of the month, which is a curious situation in and of itself. For example, on May 13th, 3 young children were tending their flock of sheep. They were approached by a beautiful lady surrounded by brilliant light. So, it's that kind of a thing. Many witnesses reported paralysis, amnesia, healings, religious conversions. Many reported strange fragrances, buzzing sounds, various light effects, flying discs or globe sightings, strange thunderclaps and other sounds, other visual and auditory effects. It was quite broad-ranging and very convincing. Not that, maybe convincing is the wrong word. It was uplifting. It got their attention. We'll just, and people didn't discount it. That's all I'm saying. What all of this boils down to is that the witnesses all experienced something that, to this day, the debate continues as to exactly what it was. And I'm not going to jump into that debate one way or the other, because if it turns out it was in some far future situation, we find out exactly what it was. If it was a UFO, I'm cool with that. If it was an actual visitation by the Blessed Virgin Mary, I'm cool with that. I believe both camps have a possibility of being true, and neither discounts the other. I listed this as unexplained phenomena for a reason. I leave it up to you to decide. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.